Hey, I'm Austin Jevne, head brewer at Forager Brewing Company at the Kutzky Market. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my process and how I came to meet Annie, our owner. I started homebrewing about 10 years ago, developing different kinds of recipes, and have worked for Rush River Brewing Company out of River Falls, Wisconsin for about 5 years, doing quality control work with them, as well as bottling and kegging operations, and a little bit of recipe development with them. I am planning on making a number of different styles of beer at the Forager Brewing Company, from different Belgian beers to IPAs, imperial stouts, and some barrel-aged beers as well. We also plan on making sour ales using indigenous ingredients from local farmers and southeast Minnesota wilds, barrel aging those as well. I came to Rochester last year, met Annie in September of 2014, and she proposed the idea of doing a brewery in town, and she enjoyed my beer, so we decided to work together on this project. Yeah, these are all our Centennial hop varieties. Got about 70 rhizomes planted here around the border. They were split from one of our bartender's parents' houses, so we're gonna have a big hop harvesting party this fall, and everyone kind of sits around, cuts hops as we throw them right into the boil fresh, do our fresh hop beer that way. Pretty excited to try these guys out in their first season. Yeah, so what we're doing here is, this is Rochester tap water, which has a nice mineral content, but it's also got chlorine and fluoride in it, and some other kind of unwanted gases and things that will add off flavors and aromas to the beer. What I'm doing right now, because we don't have a carbon filter here yet, is boiling the water to release all those off flavors and to boil out the chlorine and fluoride. And then I buy some RO water because our system isn't installed yet, and mix that in a ratio to achieve the right mineral content and pH in my mash. I like to use gypsum. It helps accentuate the bitterness in beers, and the calcium chloride helps the beer kind of balance the malt body out a little bit. So I add both of those in a proportion different for each beer, but these are essential for making a great IPA out of the Rochester water. IPA, we're going to use a base malt of Simpson's Golden Promise. I think it gives a great malt character to the beer without letting it be too malty, and accentuates sweetness. It kind of lets the hops shine on top of it. And what we end up here is a nice crushed grain that still maintained the husk, so that your mash doesn't get clogged, and nice breakdown of the grains, but not too fine, to kind of allow it to pull out the starches without turning into actually like bread dough. So you want a good crush, but not too fine, not too coarse, and that will kind of allow you to get a good lauter going on after the mash. Most of the time I'll crush most of my grains right before the brewing process, keep everything really fresh and open it up, don't allow too much oxygen to get to them. Alright, so what we got going here right now, this beer's been boiling for
about an hour. We're going to do our late edition hops and kind of bring out some aromatic qualities in the beer with these mosaic hops here. So since the beer is boiling pretty vigorously, I like to add them reasonably slow. The oils in the hops tend to volatilize pretty quickly, and you kind of get a big boil over, as people say. Luckily I've got a lot of headspace in this kettle, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if you dump them all in, there's a big eruption of foam. Alright, final edition hops. The finished product. After all the cleaning and all the hard work, this makes it a good day. Cheers. My name is Austin Jevne, head brewer at Forager Brewing Company at the Kutzky Market. Thanks for checking out Forager Brewing Company, and hope to see you sometime this summer.